So we're gonna get on this news here and find out why this woman decided that washing. So we're gonna get on this news here. Hold on. All right, I'm back. That was my. That was from my other one. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, where is this coming from? I was like, where is this coming from? I thought I had, man, I ain't had my joint muted. But anyway, we're gonna cue this up. We're gonna cue this up. This is funny. This is so funny. Like, how did we get here, guys? That's all I want to know. How do we get here? Let's see if I can find one. All right, might find it. All right, there's no video of this. I guess it's so disturbing. Nobody has a video of this. Well, we're gonna talk about it tonight. We're gonna read the story. So bear with me. Fair use, fair use. What's up, Elaine? Oh man, this girl looked like she needed to be in some water. But anyway, let's start it. Woman reportedly pokes her grandfather in the face after he asks her to shower. This is in Keithville, Louisiana. Keithville woman was arrested for allegedly stabbing her grandfather following an argument about her hygiene habits. According to the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office, the altercation began with when Carrington Harris, 22, of the 3900 block of Fountain Blue Road, got into a verbal disagreement with her grandparents after they asked her to shower. According to law enforcement, she began damaging property inside the house and then turned the power off from outside. Stop. Rewind. You mean to tell me that someone tells you that you need to go out here and wash your ass is so traumatic that you got to tear up the house and then cut the power off? People, this is a major sign of mental illness. There is no denying that. A major sign. You can't sit here and tell me it isn't. Because I'm trying to figure this shit out. I don't get it at all. Whew. Man, oh man. Shout out to the grandparents that's putting up with that mess. I could. I just couldn't. That's just too much. Let's continue with the story. Detectives with the CPSO said while the grandparents were trying to restrain Harris, she escaped to the kitchen and grabbed a knife, which she used to stab her grandfather in the face. After stabbing him, Harris ran into the woods. The reports continue. So this sounds like to me, personally, this girl is having a mental episode. Because first and foremost, the grandparents are trying to restrain her. So, and let me tell you about people that have mental disorders. um, they are very strong when that adrenaline is kicking in, whether they're a woman or a man. And sometimes their strength is two times more than normal. So I feel bad that the parents had to go through that. And see, the grandparents now, I feel like this is a good time now. If she doesn't want to follow protocol to get help, they may need to put her in a living assistance facility that also makes sure she's taking proper medication. Because it seems like to me also there's some medication that is definitely not being taken or is not working. One of the two. So this right here is a sad case. I mean, I'm not trying to be comical, you know what I'm saying, but still, this is sad. Now, she ran into the woods. She was located a few hours later, hiding behind a nearby house. She was arrested and charged with one count of domestic abuse battery and domestic abuse battery with a dangerous weapon. She is currently booked in the Caddo Correctional Center with no bond. Caddo Parish Fire District 9 transported Harris' grandfather to Willis, Kingston South. His condition is currently unknown. Um, I hope the family will go ahead on and aim at trying to get this girl some type of help, because if her hygiene is that bad, this sounds like to me she's doing this because this is a cry for help. She's going through some kind of mental disorder. You know what I mean? Because nobody do that. No, normal people that really is into taking care of themselves. This is how you know when people going through a mental disorder, because that's one of the major things. Hygiene goes bad. They don't care what they look like. They throw on any old thing just to be thrown on. They're not managing their money or their priorities. Um, they're not themselves. They're not doing things in an adult manner. You get what I mean? Because hygiene, making sure you got shelter, food, and water and stuff, that's important. But when you see people, yeah, you're right. Non-voluntary commitment is hard to get done unless you're in the state of Florida. You can get a Baker Act, but then you got to really prove that the person is really need to be Baker Act. But in this case here, I think this girl, if she's got this kind of mental disorder going on, somebody need to step up and try to get some kind of what they call that, oh my god, power of attorney over her. That's like a conservatorship, because she's gonna need it if she's gotten to the point where she doesn't want a hygiene. Because this is bad. This is really serious, dude. Like, we might joke about it among ourselves, like, oh, she didn't want to wash her hands. That's hilarious. But real talk though, this is sad. This is really what we talk about on this channel about, again, people not identifying mental health versus pure evil. Because in this case here, this is a mental episode. She's fighting to be restrained. You know, so now, yes, granted, she's in jail, but I think that after she gets out of jail, the court should get her looked at with through psychiatry or something, some kind of psychiatric evaluation, because I hope that what happens when she goes in front of the judge for bond, that they put that as a stipulation, because this is right here, it speaks mental health all over. It really does. It really does. She could be suffering from schizophrenia, hallucination. It could be all kind of stuff with making her don't want to shower. Because when people get like this, man, that mind, bro, that's what I've always thought was crazy about the mind. The mind is very, very unique. You know what I mean? Our mind works just like a computer system. You know how your computer system, if anything goes awry in the software, the software goes haywire, you can't cut it on, there's a good chance you got to reformat and reinstall everything on your computer. That's the same thing the human brain is. And there's some cases where the software can be so bad that it could just fry out the CPU. Well, that's how our brain works as a human. It don't take much for us to have our brain completely fried or damaged, whether it's a physical hit or a mental hit. You know what I mean? And in this case here, that's why they tell people all the time that if you start to not feel like yourself or your family member is not acting like themselves, you gotta call it out. You gotta hold them accountable. You gotta get them the help that they need. Yeah, they may be mad, they may be upset, they may be pissed off, but you could be saving your life, their life, and things like that because it can get to that point where they could be in a situation where they can actually hurt you. Real talk, hurt you, don't realize it. Okay? Really don't realize it. And that's a bad way to be. All right, let's go to the next story. We got a lot going on tonight, man. A lot of crazy stories. Y'all hit that like button, hit that like button. Drop these comments all on. Hey, Rumble people, I need y'all to drop these comments, man. Just like they were doing last time on YouTube. I need y'all to drop comments over there on Rumble. I understand y'all watching. Communicate. Tell me what you think of the story. Let's get a lot of activity going on so we can keep this channel going and vibing. All right, let's see here. Oh my God. This right here, y'all, is crazy. Again, another story of women grooming children. I don't know what's going on, man. Like I said, this is starting to become the norm lately. I'm hearing more of this all the time, and this is in every community. It ain't just in Blackistan. This is in white communities, black communities. Oh, I can't, I can't call it, man. Woo. And I hate to say it, but the state of Virginia, it had to be you this time. Chesapeake, it had to be you. Let me go pull up this story right quick. Again, if you are very sensitive to stories like this may not be the story that you want to hear today. So if you need to walk out from it, I understand. So again, fair use, fair use. All right, let's run the story.
I will never again lose to my brother, decided Issa, because I've switched to consumer cellular. And
I pause that because I do not want to get hit with no copyright strike because YouTube be tripping about this music.
Chesapeake, a woman is behind. Now to more breaking news in Chesapeake. A woman is behind bars accused of sexually abusing at least one teenager. Police arrested Ashley Watts, and we just obtained court documents that accuse Watts of having a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old. She faces 3 felony charges for sexual abuse and taking indecent liberties with a child.
I don't understand what is going on with these women. Y'all are 30, and it's always the same age bracket. It's always between 25 to 45. What is wrong with y'all lately? Ain't no way that there's that shortage of men in your life. And y'all be living in major cities. This woman lives in Chesapeake, Virginia. You are by a military base, lady. Do you know how many young boys is ready to go? Just got in the military, want something to mess with, easy and there for the taking? Why can't you deal with that? Why do y'all keep messing with these 15-year-olds? And this is what's more disturbing about this story here. And this story is crazy. Now I got it on my phone, and I'm gonna read to you what it had said. Um, they said that they had nabbed her. They said this was 2 weeks ago. They caught her with no clothes on, with the missing 15-year-old boy. And he got a twin brother that they claim that she's also been violating too, allegedly. They first nabbed her in July. They were looking for the little young boy then. She asked them to wait outside while she put on a bra and let her dogs out. Now, officers advised several minutes later that Watts returned to the door with her two dogs still in the residence, allowing them to enter. As officers removed the mattress in an upstairs bedroom, they seen this young white boy hiding, small space, only wearing boxers. And then he told him he ran away. He admitted that. Now they charged him with contributing to delinquency of a minor. And then they were friends with her son. See, this is what makes me so mad. And then not to mention too, she was married. And her husband called her with these boys. And they were all very close friends. The families were very close friends until this all happened. Now, her fast behind the turned around and messed up the whole relationship. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. It really is. And I feel bad for this man, her husband. I feel bad for all parties involved because this woman here do not care about them children. She do not care about that young boy. This woman was friends with the family. I want y'all to hear what I just said. She was friends with this boy's family. That means they would do barbecues together, hang out, go vacations, all that. All right. Her son is the same age as the twin boys she's playing games with. Let that sink in. But yet they will release her. They're going to release her. She'll probably go home again and do the same mess again. Because they don't never give these female teachers, adult women that do this to these young boys no hard time. That's why they keep doing it. In every state, they never get hard time. The only one I seen got hard time is the one that messed with the 8th grader back in the day in Tennessee. And the only reason why I think she got hard time is due to the fact of the matter, she made the town look bad because of all the publicity. And they wanted to make an example out of her. And they only gave her 10 to 15 years. And she only served like maybe 8. Oh, you took a teacher license away. But I'm quite sure she's still messing with underage guys to this day. I mean, damn, she was 24 when she did it. She's 40 years old, probably still seducing young boys like it's nothing. And what this creates toxic relationships with guys that do not trust women. Now, this man gonna need therapy because he's gonna be like, I don't know if I can ever trust a woman telling me now that a young boy hanging out with her, looking at her as a mother figure. Is it really a mother figure? Or is he really is she really trying to allow herself to be? Man, I feel sorry, bro. I really feel sorry for him. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for him. Man, it's sad, man. It really is. And that's some sad stuff. So anyway, man, the father is in the husband is in my prayers because right now they said here's the thing. They said since she done did it so many times and she done been buying drugs and alcohol to these minors, that now they said is that with all these reports of this, she faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted. But we know she's not gonna get 30 years though. It's the truth. She's not gonna get 30 years. They always get a plea deal. They always get the sympathy card because they got kids. And they tell them, well, you got to register as a sex offender for the rest of your life. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then they go right back to doing what they've been doing. Move to another neighborhood, say they changed, and prey on some more young boys. Exactly, Spoon Baron. You said it just like it is. They're not going to do nothing. Why would they? If y'all know if this was a man doing this, he would have had his bond revoked. This man would be in jail. It would be news all across. They have so much evidence on that man, it'll be crazy. But no, they do this to these women every time. They put them in jail. They say they're going to get up to 30 years, and they release them back in the house or whatever. They go and say, oh, they're emotional wreck and all this, that, and the third, and then they turn around and release them. And you know what's going to be crazy? I've seen this happen too, where this boy he about to be 17. One of them about to be 17, I think. What it is? I think one of them they said about to be 17.
At Consumer Cellular, we offer amazing 5G coverage, backed up by incredible customer service. But that wouldn't mean much without super low prices. You already know we're up to half as much as...
I don't know why that keep coming up. Anyway, let me see something here. Hold on. I gotta look this up. Yep, exactly. So he's 15, about to be turning 16. In his mind, she done told him in another year, because I think in the state of Virginia, you can do that with parental consent, that when he turns 17, him and her gonna get married. She's not gonna marry you, and let's say she do marry you. Young man, you are 17 years old. You are thinking with the wrong situation right now. You got college you may want to go. You still got a lot of life to live, man. Woman, leave these people alone. Leave that boy alone, man. Go on, do your time. Leave that young boy alone and let that young boy live his life. Now, he ain't going to be no slave. It wasn't going to happen, Spoon. He's going to resent her. Just like that Mary Letourneau situation. She married that dude. She married that dude while he was 20-something years old. And guess what happened? Yeah, he took care of it in the end. They stayed together. Then they wound up separating in his 30s because it was resentment. You will resent your abuser. It happens every time. She is an abuser. If she really loves him like she says she does, smart people will let that man live his life. That man is not ready for what you're trying to do.
13 News Now is tracking post-tropical storm Idalia. We've already taken you to the Outer Banks, but
I'm about to get this. This channel keep popping up and stuff. All right, I got it off there for now. All right, let's go ahead on here. Let's check out the next story. Cannot believe that, man. We're gonna talk about a conviction. This story here is even wild. You know, I don't know what to say about this. I didn't even hear about this story till just recently. If I would have knew about this story back when I first started this channel, I would have told y'all about this. This right here crazy. All right, hold on. All right, so I'm going to play yeah, I got it right here. I got y'all. Hold on. Gonna play the clip of how this woman got um convicted. So this is coming out of Maryland, Montgomery County. This woman out of the state of Maryland decided, Silver Springs, Maryland, actually decided that she wanted to delete her 17-year-old little brother. So her and her twin sister came up with a devious plan in 2017 to get him out the way, and one of them just got sentenced. Let's talk about how this all begun and what her sentence is looking like.
Is it the caramel?
Found guilty in connection to the 2017 strangling of her teenage brother. A jury found 25-year-old Leandra Matthews guilty of second-degree murder in the death of Christian Matthews. According to investigators, Leandra and her twin sister, LeMay, who has also been indicted, allegedly conspired with two men to kill their younger brother. Matthews faces up to 30 years in prison. She'll be sentenced in January.
Man, ain't that something? Conspired to kill her younger brother.
Connect with Flex, one-stop
boyfriend.
shop for CTV advertising. Reach consumers.
His sister's boyfriend, this guy here, who let's see here, Tyshawn Lifford. Now, Lifford also had help by a dude named Daniel Howard, which is they call Ghost. Now, they conspired with Lifford and Howard to kill their younger brother. They said text message between Leandra and Lifford provided evidence linking the woman to her brother's murder. They also say Leandra admitted to her mother and her aunt that she'd helped Lifford Matthews and she had no remorse, saying it had to be done. Leandra and Lifford had one child together, and she was pregnant with their second child at the time of the murder. According to the police, charging documents for Leandra say she told Lifford that her brother had threatened her and their child and that he had to go. Y'all hear that? He threatened her and her child. You know, I don't believe it. I really don't. I don't believe that. Sorry. Because if your 17-year-old brother really threatened you and your child, you can handle it your damn self. You're the oldest sister, okay? Hell, you could have put his ass to jail. But you already know how they do in Blackistan. They don't believe in jail. They don't believe in beating the cops. So I guess deleting him was the best option. No, it was not. And you ain't had no remorse. I think it was jealousy. I mean, come on. Here you are, 2 kids, and here you is chilling with Pookie and Ray Ray. Didn't like that lifestyle while your brother was probably living a good life, living with his parents, probably doing what they said for the most part, like any typical 17-year-old and probably was going to do something with his life. So, no, I don't believe it. It wasn't because he threatened your child. You did it because you wanted to. You're evil. And don't give me that. I don't want to hear nothing about no mental health on that one. Ain't no mental health on that. You're just evil. Really are. I mean, that's your little brother. You had to look out for him sometime or another. You gonna let something like that come between you and your little brother? He threatened my child, my unborn child. Oh, what? You and your unborn child? What he said? He said he gonna kick your stomach or something? I mean, what did he say that was so horrible that made you immediately take the time to plan his demise? Because if he was gonna do that, he would have done it right then. So no, I don't want to hear that. People just, you right. Who that said that? John Pearson, you're right. People just suck. You are correct. People just suck. They don't want to tell the truth. They always want to come up with an excuse. That's all that is. See if we can find out more. Hold on. Let's see what the next thing we got. Another crazy story of family losing it. This one's coming out of Arizona. This is out of Arizona. Man, this is sad too. Now, this happened just a couple of days ago. Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona. Hold on.
Inside a family.
All right, so let me tell y'all now. This is fair use, fair use. I'm gonna go ahead on here and play this. What's up, Jim? Thank you for joining the show, man. Let's rock with this crime news right here. Play this.
A double homicide inside a family home in Peoria, and police say another family member is the one who did it.
Fox 10's Marissa Sarback joins us live now from the neighborhood where this all happened, 83rd Avenue in Joe Max. This was basically domestic violence, right?
Yeah, that's what the prosecutor kind of referenced in that initial appearance in court today, John Christina. And we know that 33-year-old Zachary Sumrall is accused of 2 first-degree murder charges. Peoria police say he killed his mother and his stepfather inside this gated community here in Peoria. All of this happened at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Sky Fox was over the scene, so this is video from last night when police say Sumrall got into an argument with his mother, Tammy Keckler, and stepfather William Keckler, shooting and killing both of them. Zachary Sumrall was arrested without issue. In fact, Peoria PD says after shooting both Tammy and William, he made the call to 911 and was arrested outside of the home. Court documents say Sumrall was taken into custody and blurted out, quote, "I just killed my parents." Sumrall told detectives he is unemployed and lives with his parents, who confronted him about his lack of financial contributions to the household. He says he got angry and said, quote, "You're dead to me." According to police, Sumrall said his mother and stepfather told him to gather his things, and then he snapped, running to his room to grab his gun, pulling the trigger. He reported.
All right, let's start right there. This is exactly why I be trying to tell y'all. Is that why I try to tell y'all? that rich people or high upper class people have problems in their family too. They always got somebody living off them. Y'all don't understand. It's not always Blackistan. That's Blackistan is the here's the thing about Blackistan that nobody understand that we talk about on the channels that we talk about. Blackistan is not talking about just the hood or black people in the hood or minorities in the hood. We're actually also shedding light that even in white suburbs that people try to say that these woke folks try to say don't never have any issues and problems, they have problems too. They have people that don't appreciate what they're doing for them. They have issues where they have children still living at the house that don't want to contribute. Oh, all right, hold on, man. What about now? Is it better? Oh, I know what I'm gonna put it right here. I usually have it right here, guys. I'm sorry. They got people that usually don't want to come to the house and do what they're supposed to do and wanna live their life a certain way. And because of this, they also have to deal with the things that me, you, and everyone else that are trying to make it out here has to. And Spud Baron, you're right. But you gotta remember we living in different times now. The millennial generation, you got the generation X, generation Y, excuse me. Gen Z, and then yeah, you got the millennial generation and Gen Z, and then you got the upcoming generation of Gen Y that they do not know how to handle being on their own. They don't. Because look at what society has been recently. We got all this woke culture that has made it cool for everyone to depend on others and not be self-sufficient. So when you live in a society where everybody says you don't need to work hard, you need to rely on the government to take care of you, you need to listen to the government, you need to let the government tell you how much of control you can have, this, that, and the third. We go from a capitalist society to more of a communist society. And when we do that, this is what happens. People get comfortable. Look at how it is right now with trying to live on your own. Look at where it's at right now, Jim. And Jim, and I understand, but I'm just telling you what it is for your people right now. Like, okay, back in y'all time, and even the millennials before we got spoiled with this, we had a chance to be like y'all too now, but we didn't take that branch. We took the olive branch to staying home in the basement with mommy and daddy. Now these crazy woke people done made things so high that these kids now can't survive on their own. You got kids going to college, getting all these jobs to be successful. You got some, I remember back in the day being an LPN. You could afford enough money as an LPN to have your own place, your own car, and be straight, right? Well, now, if you're not an LPN in some of these little towns and you're trying to do it in a bigger city, let's say like San Francisco, aka San Fran shithole, guess what you got to do? You got to get like 3 or 4 roommates just to make sure that y'all can survive a decent house. Because y'all already done told me that even from that area, to get a 3 or 4 bedroom house in San Francisco right now for that's decent in a great neighborhood is running between $6,000 to about $7,000 a month. Let that shit sink in. Imagine living somewhere where your rent is $6 to $7 grand a fucking month. That's somebody's salary right about now. And don't give me this, oh, well, Joel, they're going up on the wages for everybody to work. Bullshit. Not enough to catch up with the economy. I mean, think about some of these places that you work at in these big cities. You could be, remember a time you could be making $20 to $21 an hour in a major city and shit was good. You could live okay. You can't do that now. You get paid $20, $21 an hour, you still finding yourself going in the hood, trying to figure that shit out. There's some people that's making damn near 50 grand a year in these major cities and living in the hood. Think about that shit. 50K a year. And you still living in the hood because shit is so unaffordable. That's why people now are trying to go and find these jobs where they can make 80, 85 to 75 to 85K. Yeah, man. 75 to 85K now is the new middle class 50K. 50 and 65K ain't cutting it no more. It used to, but it's not. You look at expenses and what you got to do, how do you got to survive, car note, insurance. Hell no, not in no major city. You got to be at 75, 85K. Then you can breathe a little bit. And you got, and not to mention, you got to make sure you don't have less than 2 children at max that you're taking care of with that 75 to 85K to live in the city. Because if you got more than 4 kids, that ain't going to be it. If you got more than 3 kids, 3 kids plus, that ain't going to be it. You're going to have to go up on your money. You got to go and be at least at 100K in a major city to kind of live all right with your 3 to 4 kids. And that's just you as the man himself working. And unfortunately, your wife can't be a homemaker like it used to be. And which women now don't want to be homemakers anyway. A lot of women that's healthy don't want to be homemakers. They want to be making a career too. And that's cool too. But the thing about that is that if she makes less money than you, or she makes 40 or 50K, yeah, that's good to be in the house, but you still got to rely on you as the man to be the overall breadwinner. So that's why it's important for everybody to understand that when you relocate in these major cities, your money got to be up. I mean, I'm currently thinking about relocating from where I'm at because the opportunity is bad right now. I mean, I'm in a little town and my wage can't keep up with the rent they got going on out here. But no bullshit. Think about that. And I'm a YouTuber. And I have a decent career that I work at. I mean, it's not a glorious career, like it doesn't pay like it should because it's a small area, but I have a career. So think about that. Now, when I was under, you're right, when I was under Trump, shit, I wouldn't be having this conversation. Would not be having this conversation. I went from a time where my rent was in a small country called southern town. I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna get back on topic. Where I could get rent for 600, 700. If you was paying 800 a month or 900 a month, you was living in a house that was just out of this world. Fast forward now, since Biden took over, that shit don't exist no more. In my small town where I'm at right now, if someone got a house between 800 a month or 700 a month or 600 a month in the area I'm at, that shit is straight garbage. You are about to be in slumlord land, USA. And if you want to live decent and you get rent that's, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 to about 20, 2,000 a month. Yeah, that's great. But if you're late one time on your rent a day behind because life happens. Not everybody gonna pay their rent on the first. Life happens. There's times where something happens, emergency. You may have to pay your rent on the 15th, or you may have to pay your rent in between 5 or 10 days later. They hit you with fees. That's insane. Imagine somebody hitting you because you didn't pay on the 5th a $500 fee straight to the rip, and then turn around and charge you 50, some 65, some of these people $75 a day. Shit, you can't afford it. Your ass is out. It's all your money. I mean, that's just where we at now. And nobody's helping nobody. Yeah, that's high. See? You get what I'm saying? But that's what we facing. That's what we facing in the rental department. And then everybody said, well, people need to try to get a house. Well, let's talk about getting the housing market right now. You know why 007, girl? Because a lot of these rentals that you see that are nice and that's empty, because these rental guys, these rental people that have these rentals, they want somebody with a 650 credit score to rent. Well, what is people doing with a 650 credit score trying to do in America right now? Are they looking to rent? No, they're looking to buy so they can put roots down, so they can stay in one solid place and have one solid amount of money to pay a month with the insurances or whatever they got going on. So they're not looking to rent. So that's why they wind up never getting stuff rented out. Or if they get something rented out, it's only for a temporary, and they wind up having to do what? While a lot of them have to wind up selling it every time because nobody wants to rent that's at a 650 credit score. That's just common damn sense. Now, getting back to the whole housing game, a lot of people say, well, everybody should just get houses then. Well, let's talk about that. Housing market, the only way you're going to get a house if you got bad credit or, credit under 600 credit score, you got to be paying all your bills on time and all this, that, and the third, which is fine. But how many people under a 600 credit score is paying their bills all on time unless you're a real new beginner or a new person starting out with credit? If you're an old head, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I mean, I'm just telling y'all what I hear from people all the time. Exactly, 007. You ain't lying. People rent because of bad credit or they can't or be approved to buy a house. And you already know what it takes to get approved to buy for a house. So you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Oh, I heard there's some investigation going on with that. American 1776. I'm gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I ain't checked that story out, but I'm gonna check that out. But let's finish playing this man talk about what he did to his parents.
They told police he suffers from mental illness, and he was in court this afternoon in front of a judge for that initial appearance.
He went after becoming angry to retrieve the handgun, of course, shot and killed the first victim, then went and killed the second victim. So the state has extreme concern for community safety, including his safety. It sounds like he has some issues and that he may be going through, of course, a very troubling time.
Peoria police are, of course, still investigating, but they say this was an isolated incident within one family and that there is no threat to the community here. Bond was set at $1 million, and he is due back in court September 5th. Live in Peoria, Marissa Sarbach, Fox 10 News.
All right, so he says that he's got a mental illness, but he was 30-something, 2 years old. He was told to get kicked out. Now, here's the thing about this. He might not get charged with first-degree murder because it's got to be premeditated because he didn't plan it, and he went on head on and deleted his parents. But he's probably gonna get charged with second-degree murder. That's happening. He ain't gonna escape that because second-degree murder means you just went up there, and they probably screamed at him, "What are you doing? What are you thinking?" or whatever, and he proceeded on. Yeah, that's second degree. So yeah, he probably not get it for first degree, but he gonna get second degree. And that whole plan that he got a mental illness, that's not gonna help either because first of all, he turned himself in. He told him what he did. Um, you know what you did was wrong. I'm quite frankly know that you knew what you did was wrong. So yeah, that's just what it is. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, he the passion of crime. Yeah, he gonna get second degree. That all that is. I don't know why you trying to play insanity. That is not gonna save him. It really not. Cause people don't understand when you play insanity with these courts, you got to be so out of your mind that when you say I did this and I did that, and they ask you what was your reason for it, and your reason was, ah, I did it because they were about to kick me out and all that. And you got an exact reason that makes a lot of sense. It ain't gonna matter. All right, that dude ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is a heat of passion. This is gonna be a second degree murder. And insanity means they trying to talk to you. You talking out your head. You don't know what you doing. You don't know where you at. Your mind is just straight gone. Like you don't even know why you killed your parents. Gone. I mean, that's just what it is. Like you are not here on earth. Gone. Like when the psychiatrist is trying to talk to you, you barely know your name. Gone. Like that's what people don't understand when you say when you plead insanity plea. But when you doing stuff like this and you being all straight, nah, bro, you're not insane. You just a psychopath. That's all it is. You just a psychopath with a lot of passion inside you because you want to be right. You upset because your parents told you you had to leave. I'm sorry, but I'm 30 something years old. I would be glad if my parents tell me to leave. I don't want to be around them anyway. Oh man. See what else? What else we got? Oh man, another one that is sad. This is coming out of Escambia County out there in Florida. This is just so evil. And I heard this story here. I said I got to share this with y'all because this right here is just over the top. It really is. Guys, sometimes I think that a lot of people get in their own way. I'm gonna say it like my mama used to say all the time. Sometimes you can get in your own way and don't even know it. And this right here is one of those situations about this young man here. Because what he just did could have been avoided. And what make it so bad, this guy was also let me see about his past. I think I know something about this guy too. Um yeah, he's from Marietta, Georgia, a 2016 graduate, and played baseball. Quite sure that's him. Quite sure that was him. Man. Yeah, that's definitely him. Wow. That's crazy. Small world. Went from playing baseball to now this is what you're doing now. Being a damn fool. Well, I hope it was worth it. That's all I can say. Let's start the story. Yeah, that young man right there. I think that's him. It looks like him. Maybe. Nah, that ain't him. I thought it was. My bad. My apologies. It looked like it was him. Well, let's continue.
Denzel Washington does it again.
You warning me? I'm preparing you.
Equalizer 3 is the best action movie of the summer.
Yeah, I'm pausing that. I don't want nobody to hit me for that.
Victim dead. At least one suspect now facing charges. 25-year-old Christian K. Pensacola bar last night left one victim dead. At least one suspect now facing charges. 25-year-old Christian Ketchup, charged with homicide after Sheriff Chip Timmons says he knocked the victim unconscious and shot her 7 times in the parking lot of Mugs and Jugs bar. Family members identifying the victim as 25-year-old Tierra Binion. Tanner Stewart is there. He is outside the bar tonight with details on what led to that shooting.
Sue, good evening. The bar closed for the day, at least for today. They released a statement on social media saying in part their hearts go out to the victims and their family, but they are working with the sheriff's office and cooperating in this investigation. 25-year-old Christian Ketchup facing murder charges after authorities say he fired 7 rounds at a female victim, who family members have identified as 25-year-old Tierra Binion. The shooting stemmed from a fight inside Mugs and Jugs bar between the suspect's girlfriend and the victim. It later spilled out in the parking lot.
While his girlfriend.
All right, man. There's a rule y'all guys got to understand. I'm telling all you young men out there, okay, that's under the age of 35. Because now I'm an OG now. I can say this. If your girl is in a fight with another woman and she's handling business, you don't get involved. Now, if your girl getting her behind handed to her and it's getting dangerous, you pull your girlfriend apart from the woman and then you just go and put her in the car and take her ass down the road. That's all you do. You don't go up here trying to be no damn hero and do some over deletion, because that's what he did. Oh, 007. You don't know them type of bars that you can also get, you know what I'm saying, liquor at the same time to the drive-through. So let's say, for instance, you go through, you want some liquor, right? They'll sell you the liquor through the drive-through. They had them a lot down south, man. A bar and drive-through at the same time. That's what I'm saying. But in this case, she wasn't shooting at nobody, bro. This woman was whooping his girlfriend. I guess probably getting the best of his girlfriend's ass or whatever, bro. Yeah, it's not your fight. That's between them two women. Let them duke it out. My wife fight with another woman. Only way I'm getting in, unless it's dangerous and she, could get hurt. Now I'm gonna separate my wife from the woman and get my wife to safety. But I'm not gonna put my hands on another woman. Cause this right here, this is how you get jail time for life. Right here. That stupid shit right there. Yeah, they call package stores, but it's a package store and bar at the same time. Gotta remember, in down south, we do a bar. Yeah, be a referee. There you go, 1776. Be a ref. That way you can be able to live and don't go to jail. Stupid joker.
Girlfriend was on top of her, fighting her again or beating her again. Pulls out a handgun and shoots her several times while she's laying in the parking lot. It's that simple.
Sheriff Chip Simmons says Ketchup has no criminal background and no known connection to the victim.
But it's just.
All right, so in this case, his girlfriend was winning. She was winning. So why did you jump in and do an overkill? You just slow. That wasn't wrong with you. You just evil. Straight up. Your girl had that. Girl was unconscious. You should have just got your girl with, hey, man, she's unconscious. You knocked her out. Let's go. Man. No. Not you. You want to impress her so bad. Okay. You going to mess around and be somebody's wife and they know.
Shocking about this is first of all, that while the two are fighting, he blindsides the victim in this case, knocking her to the ground and potentially unconscious. And then he pulls a weapon for no reason, and then he shoots at her multiple times and ends up killing her while she lay again in the parking lot of the bar.
The sheriff says the investigation is ongoing as more suspects could be named. WEAR News has learned Ketchup's girlfriend assaulted Binion as she lay unconscious after Ketchup reportedly knocked her out.
Obviously, there's no reason to do that. You could have easily walked away. That's not a mutual combatant type situation.
It was soon after when the sheriff says Ketchup opened fire. The victim's sister today describing the scene.
It was right there outside of the porch of the bar.
Diamond Jordan says she rushed to the scene from their hometown of Excel, Alabama after receiving the call last night. I'm told Binion is the mother of twin boys and was recently hired at Seville Quarter.
To be physically aggressive to somebody is one thing, but to shoot a mother 7 times is beyond repair. And I feel like I was a mother figure in her life, and I wish I could hold her right now. I feel sad more than anything because she didn't deserve it.
Now, Christian Ketchup is being held in the Escambia County Jail without bond. The sheriff's office won't confirm if the girlfriend involved in that fight will be facing charges. The sheriff's office also looking for possible witnesses of this shooting. They released these images you're seeing now, possible witnesses, as well as a car in the parking lot, and deputies looking to identify the driver of that white SUV. It appears to be a white Land Rover. Now, there will be a vigil is held tonight, hosted by the family. That is near Wahoo Stadium at 7 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Escambia County, I'm Tanner Stewart, WEAR News.
Man, this is so sad, bro. I don't even like making reports like this. This is so sad. This girl lost her life for nothing. The girl got, okay, this is what I don't understand why his dumb ass did what he did. Your girl was winning the fight. Your girl was winning the fight. Just let your girl handle that. All right, babe, you don't beat her up enough. Let her go. Let's go. Let's go. You went and punched this woman, knocked her to the ground, let your girl hit on her some more, and then you turn around and you lit this girl up. Your girlfriend needs to be charged too. All of y'all need to go to jail. Every single one of you need to go to jail. I don't care. Y'all need to be charged. I think they did charge was charged with battery, but she need to be charged with contributing to. I hope she does. I hope she do. Cause this need to happen to him. Cause this is the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. He looking crazy. They even show where he get denied bond. Look at this. Got denied bond. He looking crazy. Like, what do you mean? Me not denied bond, bro. I was just trying to help my girl. And then the mama speaking. Oh no. Bro, it's a wrap. That's his girlfriend right there that was beating the girl. Man, it's over. And guess what's going to happen? She going to save herself. That girl going to turn him over. I'm telling you that now. She is going to turn him over. I'm going to turn him over. I'm telling you, she's going to turn. She's going to turn, bro. She's going to be a witness for the state. Yo, you might well go ahead on and make a plea deal, bro. Because your girlfriend going to be a witness for the state. She ain't going to do no time for you. She going to play like, we just got into it, and I was drinking, and I never want anyone to get hurt. Stupid, bro. God, dog. Simp ass dude. Woo! Telling you, man. Oh yeah, you know she have John. She done made her exit plan. John, let me tell you, when she got bonded out, she done made she is out, bro. I'm telling you, that girl is moving on quick as lightning, and you can't blame her. You can't blame her. Like, she ain't going to jail for that fool. Now we're going to Cleveland County, over here in Oklahoma. Another tragic situation. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Everybody keep thinking that Blackistan is the only place that had this drama. Keep telling people it's Blackistan is everywhere. She probably did. Spun. Fair use, fair use. We got more, baby. This is coming out of Oklahoma, man. God. And this happened Wednesday. Rest in peace to Officer Vaughn. Officer Jordan Cannon. Okay. She was an officer that served her community to the fullest. But unfortunately, Miss Jordan Cannon fell in love with someone who was supposed to protect her, but did not. And this is so sad that I have to report on something like this. But this is the world we living in. That's why women, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with some of these men you get involved with, because some of these men do not have your best interest. Okay? Just because they say, "Oh, I love you and I adore you," they don't have your best interest. Now, I am about to go ahead on and cue this up. Again, this is coming from um, Cleveland County, Oklahoma. Now, they are remembering the deputy that got shot, but I'm going to go to the first clip. We're going to go with the police officer that did this. Both of them work for the sheriff's department. Both of them were deputies. And this Cleveland County man killed his wife, allegedly. This is just I don't know how to put this. It's crazy. Well, let's play the clip.
They are shocked and deeply angered at the loss of Deputy Jordan Cannon by the hands of someone they trusted. The Cleveland County Sheriff's Office says this is a tragedy that will be felt for a long time.
We're saddened, we're confused, we're hurt.
I want y'all to see this. This is a beautiful young lady. Had her whole life ahead of her. 40 years young. In my age bracket. Trying to live her best life. Probably thought to herself, I have someone to look up to, someone I can build with, and everything else. But unfortunately, that's not the case. This guy was a nightmare. This guy was a nightmare. Let's continue, y'all.
We're confused, we're hurt. I'll be honest, most of all, I'm pissed off. I'm mad at him for taking her life.
Hey, you saw that? You see how that sheriff? Let me tell y'all something. When you hear a sheriff like that over investigation lose one of their members, especially to another law enforcement officer, they about to throw the book at his ass. And let me tell you about officers that do this. They don't have a chance to do no plea deal like that either. They make it hard for them to get a plea deal. Very hard. So, oh boy, he's screwed. He is screwed. They gonna cook his ass. He should have, bruh. I don't know what made him do that, but he should have just walked away. Cause right now, he done for.
Cleveland County deputy shot and killed Thursday morning by the hands of someone sworn to protect and serve.
Look at this dude. That's her husband. This is Deputy Vaughn Cannon. Look at him. Got clean cut, got that I'm an officer look. Y'all women, I want y'all to understand this. Take a look. And he's from I think he's from Canada. Actually, he was a Canadian and relocated here. Y'all better start watching these smooth talking ass dudes coming in here talking about, oh yeah, I'm strong, I'm handsome. I'm telling you, all these dudes that look strong and handsome and that hero and that with that cape on, They really got some sinister shit underneath that cape, man.
Her husband, another Cleveland County deputy.
This heinous act not only robs us of a dedicated and courageous public servant, but also shakes the foundation of the community in which she served.
At 2 a.m. in southwest Oklahoma City, police found 40-year-old Deputy Jordan Cannon shot to death inside her home. Investigators accuse her husband, Deputy Vaughn Cannon, of pulling the trigger.
And then look at his mugshot. This is what make me mad. Oh, look at this damn mugshot. Oh, he was from Canadian County. My bad. I thought it was Canadian. Canadian County. Look at his mugshot. He act like he's sad. What you sad for? You know what you did, man. You probably been a thorn in that woman's side for a long time. Just leave. If it's that bad, just go away, bro. So what? She gonna take the house. So what? She gonna take half of your check. Shit, the economy's fucked up anyway. You can survive. You're a deputy. Got a uniform on. Some lady would have took you in with that uniform on, Mr. Canadian County guy. But no. Yeah, he sure did. I remember that. We did that story, Spunberg. Remember that? The Bradford, that cop, that guy that was, if you talking about, that's from Georgia. We did that last year. That's the one I'm thinking you talking about. He was upset because she was calling it off. The mistress. He was a correction officer. Sure was. She was calling it off. And he was a correctional officer. I think Bradford was he was an ex-cop. I think he was an ex-cop, but she wasn't no correctional officer. She was just a single mom. I think that's what you're talking about on Spunberry in Georgia. Yeah, she was a good-looking black lady. He just didn't want to see her with nobody else. That's what that was. He didn't want to see that chocolate go to anybody else. Because she was tired of him talking about he going to leave his wife and he wasn't going to leave her. He was still breaking her off and the wife off. He wanted best of both worlds. So she was like, yo, I'm about to tell your wife about this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Now when he was like, oh, okay. You'll tell my wife, all right, baby, don't worry. We're going to meet up. And he killed her. Fucking coward.
Vaughn Cannon of pulling the trigger.
Some type of a domestic argument. The two had become involved in a heated discussion, at which time the male retrieved a gun and ended up shooting the female to death.
41-year-old Deputy Vaughn Cannon was arrested on scene and booked into jail in Canadian County, where they lived, on a murder complaint.
We're shaken to our core. Jordan was a ray of sunshine.
Look at that, man. You killed your lovely wife over. Bro, what? Me and my wife have gotten some arguments, bro. Some arguments. Even some about, I'm being jealous of maybe some guy looking at her. She might be jealous of some woman looking at me. But I've never, ever went and said, let me go get my blinky and start going pow, pow, pow. Who does that? But a fucking evil ass monster. And I don't want to hear nothing about no mental health on this one. This dude just fucking evil. That's all that was. Yeah, he could have walked away, Spunberry. Could have walked away. Hell, it's Oklahoma. It's still the summertime. Could have let that hot air hit his ass. Walked around the block of the neighborhood. Come back. All right, baby. You know what? You're right. I mean, what? She caught you cheating? And even if she did, you still could have went through this. You could have got over that. You could have slept on the couch, got your ass together. All right, baby. What? You want me to? Oh, you don't want to forgive me. You want me to move? Okay. All right. I'll move out. I mean, damn. The fuck, man. Y'all got to start doing better, man. All this damn, I want to go and kill somebody. This is so dumb.
She had a smile that could light up a room. She loved law enforcement and had a heart for serving the community.
The sheriff's office said they weren't aware of any prior domestic disputes between the two and nothing to indicate Deputy Vaughn Cannon was dangerous.
I did not review his personnel file prior to coming, but I know that there's anything that's in there is minor compared to this. But no, there wasn't anything that would lead me to believe that this would have occurred.
Now, both deputies began working for the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office in 2021. Prior to becoming a patrol officer, Jordan was an SRO.
And she was a student resource officer. What in the world? Again, rest in peace to Deputy Jordan Cannon. Woman did not deserve that in any way. I don't care how angry you get with your woman, just walk away. It ain't hard, fellas. Now she's blocking you from walking away, or she is trying to endanger your life, then you go get access some way, somehow to a phone, call 911, do your due diligence to be escorted away safely. But do not, at any means, do like this jackass did. Because then you will spend the rest of your life in prison, and you either gonna be somebody's wife or you're gonna have to learn to make someone your wife. I don't know what category he fall upon. I'm quite sure as old as he is, he'll be trying to make someone his wife. I'm sorry. I just, I'm sorry, man. I love doing what I do. I love streaming. I love talking to my people. Sorry, cannot go to jail. I don't know, man. Never had a thing for jail. You got some people that just cool with jail, you know? They be like, yeah. So, there was a YouTuber that recently got arrested for her children not being properly taken care of. This is Ruby Frank. I don't know if y'all ever heard of her channel. This is crazy. But I'm starting to hear a lot of YouTubers. I want to try to tell y'all, man, do not put your faith in some of these YouTubers, because some of these YouTubers will lie to you. They'll tell you that they about doing the right thing with their children and stuff, and then now I always tell y'all I'm not perfect, but I ain't gonna also harm anybody either. But this lady here, wow. I'm not gonna go into, let's see here what I can find. Um to show y'all where they going in depth about what happened. All right, y'all. Fair use, fair use. So I'm gonna go up here and put this on the screen so y'all can see about this YouTuber. Again, Ruby Frank arrested after having an emaciated child with duct tape around extremities, ran for help. And you don't know what emaciated child is? That is a child that is very poorly underway. So I don't know how this happened, but I'm just gonna play to you what from page 6. Again, fair use. Statement. It says, and this is from her sister. For the last 3 years, we have kept quiet on the subject of our sister, Ruby Frank, for the sake of her children. Behind the public scene, we have done everything we could to try and make sure the kids were safe. We wouldn't feel right about moving forward with regular content without addressing the most recent events. Once we do, we will not be commenting on it further. Ruby was arrested, which needed to happen. Jody was arrested, which needed to happen. The kids are now safe, which is the number one priority. Oh man. A strange daughter, Sherry, also posted a photo to her Instagram story of police outside of her mother's home. Damn. And she added a second story in which she said she and her family were glad Ruby was taken away. Damn. All right, let me read this post. It says, "Hi all, today was been a big day. Me and my family are glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up. Kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy." All right. They said if child abuse was intentionally inflicted, the perpetrator faced up to 15 years in prison and a fine of $10,000. I want to know if they took a channel down. That's what I want to know. Did they take the channel down? Because they will. Let's see if they took it down. Let's look it up. I guarantee they didn't, because YouTube and them, they wait until uh they get more, I guess, concrete stuff before they take a channel down, which to me I've always never agreed upon. We about to find out. Hold on. Let's see if the channel uh let's see if the channel up. I think they took it down because I don't see. Yep, I sure don't see it no more. Yep, they took it down. Yeah, they took her channel down. I knew that was probably what was gonna happen. They always do that. When they get in a big thing like that, they always take them channels down. All right, that was 8 passages. I'm trying to see if I can get Ruby Frank up here. I'm gonna try one more, y'all. Yeah, I think Ruby Frank them they done took that joint down. Yeah, you two done took that joint down. You two like, oh no, we can't have this up no more. Yeah, I knew if it had anything to do with child abuse and them children was in them videos, they done took that down, boy. Yeah, they done took that down. Uh, so more of the story is, don't be on YouTube being fake when it comes to kids, social stuff. That's why I try to be real honest with y'all, man. And that's why also too, you gotta watch how you portray yourself. I mean, look at what happened to that dude. I think his name was um Jackson or whatever he was, lying to women about how men think and all that shit, and talking about he was the perfect man, and come to find out he was having all those extramarital affairs on his wife and treating her like shit. That's why she finally had the balls and got the nerve to divorce him, and now he's out here looking crazy. That's why I'm saying that you cannot put your eggs in one basket on a lot of these YouTubers. And that's why I feel like as a YouTuber or content creator, you need to be honest with people that you're not perfect because you got fans out there and supporters. And if you portray that you all that in a bag of chips and you act like you ain't got no flaws, people are not, yeah, fucking with you. I mean, I think you talked about having these kids and having 8 kids to take care of them and stuff like that. You know that vlog stuff. But that's why I try to be honest with you guys. I'm not perfect. I have my issues. I have my vices. But I do know this. I love being an American. I love my family. And whenever I do whatever I do that is fucked up, I acknowledge it and I try to grow and move on past it. Okay? And that's all I can tell you. I'm like any other human. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm perfect because I'll be lying like shit. I'm telling you that now. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been donating to the channel lately. I probably do a stream Saturday night since I'm working the late shift. Let's see what else I got going on. There is a possibility because I want to tell you guys now and be honest with y'all that sometime in November, I may be moving out of the state of Georgia. Don't know yet. Me and my wife been talking about it. It's just getting to be very liberal minded. Not feeling it. So we're looking at a couple of states within reason that is going to be comfortable for her health because I don't want to move my wife to a place for it's too cold, and I don't want to get her in a place that is extremely hot. And we're trying to be near our family. So there is a couple of states we're looking at. There is one state that my family is at that is liberal. I'm really don't want to go there, but the opportunity is there, lots. I just don't like, you know, that whole being politically correct. But there is some other states that we're looking at as well. So give you examples. Some states we're looking at. Florida, um, South Carolina, Charleston area, uh, maybe North Carolina area, going towards the mountains, um, near Gatlinburg, Tennessee, um, maybe possibly Texas or um, biggest cities of Alabama, Mississippi, and what else? We were talking about one more other state. We just trying to get somewhere it ain't too cold, ain't too um liberal minded. Kentucky, we ain't really talked about that because we ain't really checked that out. But if it's Tennessee, it's gonna be Gatlinburg or Nashville. We ain't going nowhere near Memphis. Hell to the no. We already made that decision. Memphis is out. Memphis is out. I'm not going to another Blackistan. I am good. Oh yeah, I'm originally from that area in North Carolina. My mama's up there, so if we go to North Carolina, it'll probably be near Charlotte or Asheville, because I got family in both places. So that's the only two places I could really see myself in Charlotte being at. If it ain't, I mean, in North Carolina anyway. And I do like the North Carolina lieutenant governor. I just don't like the damn liberal governor they got right now. But hopefully, the lieutenant governor becomes the governor, and I definitely would love being up there because I know he going. Oh hell no, nah. Illinois is out, bro. Illinois, Indiana. My wife don't want to go nowhere in the Midwest. Kansas, Missouri. Well, there was one place in Missouri you were talking about, but I don't think there's no major city over there. So nah. So yeah, that's what we looking at right now, man. Not going nowhere all the way up north. Hell to the nah. I had one of my friends was like, man, you need to check out Vermont. Hell to the nah, it's too cold, man. I don't want to go nowhere where it's real cold. North Dakota's out, South Dakota's out. It's just I don't want to be nowhere where it's real cold. That's my thing. I wonder where I could get my. Oh, really? Oh, well, in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, it is. Then I didn't know Nashville has done got woke. Oh no, sir. In Gatlinburg, it is. Gatlinburg, it is. Cause she always talking about Gatlinburg all the time. So and maybe that somewhere like that. But nah, man, can't do it. Can't do Georgia no more. Or if we do stay in Georgia, it'll be up in northern Georgia because of the opportunity. It'll be more near Atlanta. Don't really want to go that way, but that's just a last end result. But that's what we're looking at right now. Because everything else around here done got crazy. And stuff like that. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, John. I didn't know you from Gatlinburg. All right. Oh, it's expensive up there? Man, hell no. I gotta have some job opportunities if it's gonna be expensive now. I gotta be somewhere where I can cook my ass off. I don't wanna be somewhere where it's expensive. I can't cook my ass off and I ain't getting payment. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what though? One thing about Vermont though, they may be stuck up and cold, but them jokers over there is fairly conservative. That's the one that turned on Bernie. Bernie got mad because Vermont didn't vote his way this time. They didn't win. They didn't vote liberal. They actually voted conservative. If I'm not mistaken, Vermont was one of the northern states that flipped on everybody. It went on Republican. So Vermont is always being conservative as hell, but I just don't want to live there because it ain't me. It ain't me. And then I had a friend of mine was like, "Come up to Boston. Come to Boston." No, I don't want to go to Boston. Fuck that. That accent would drive me nuts. Man, that Boston accent is horrible. I don't know who in the world think that's a good accent. I hate that Boston accent. I ain't gonna lie to you. That thing is horrible. Nothing against Boston people. I know you're probably great people, but y'all accent is horrible, man. It is too rough. Foley, Alabama is great. Yeah, I might check that out too. Then I don't know where that near and everything, but yeah, that's what we doing right now, trying to figure it out because we want to change and we want to go somewhere where she can get great medical care and we ain't got to be living damn near paycheck to paycheck because it's hard, man. It really is. People think because you're a YouTuber and you got 8,000 followers, oh, you're balling. No, the fuck, I'm not. Only way you in this YouTube game, the only way you start balling until you hit 100,000 subscribers. That's the only way you start balling a little bit because then you getting ad revenue, you getting everything there is. And if you ain't at 100,000 subscribers, you're not gonna see it. Now, in some cases, if you got 50,000 subscribers, you can also ball a little bit too now because there's some people that's got 50,000 subscribers that actually do get a lot of ad revenue because they're getting a lot of rotational play. But most of the time, if you ain't got 100,000 subs, you ain't gonna see no decent check. I mean, that's how it is. Now, listen, guys, I've been promoting my merch, and I want you guys to see this before I end the show. Let's go right here, right quick, and promote this merch because everybody said, "Joel, promote your merch." Well, I'm doing it now. I'm gonna do this after every show so y'all can see it, and I'm gonna also put it in the chats and everything else, the link to it and everything. So let me go ahead on here. Prove these people I'm legit. Finna log in right quick. Okay, we about to go to my store, and we about to show you the newest All right, here we go. Here's my new merch, guys. Y'all want to see it? Shout out to, uh, I want to say it had to be 007 girl that got her merch. All right, here's my new merch, guys. And it is on the screen as we speak. We're going to put it on there, show on the screen. We're going to make it where you get to see it full circle. So this is what we got on in the store. Free Donald Trump. We have the iPhone clear case for $20.99. We have the free Donald Trump pint glass for a shot. We have the Donald Trump iPhone rough tough case for $27.99. The socks. If you got an AirPods Pro case, you got the free Trump on AirPods Pro case, and then the AirPods case generation 1 and 2. The free Donald Trump desk mat. So if you got your mat right there, you can see it. You know we got that free Donald Trump Samsung clear case. We have the shirts on the back. On the front is free Donald Trump. On the back is Trump 2024. I mean, guys, this is good merch. You know what I'm saying? We also got for November, for everybody that wants to buy for November for any kind of polls that's going on. Y'all already know November is Liberals Cheating Awareness Month. Okay. Man, we got some good merch. I don't know why I ain't sold out, but this is the merch I have at this store. It's a lot of good stuff for media. All the stuff that we talk about on this channel, I got it. And everything else. So definitely check it out. I'm gonna put the link below. Again, as soon as I start getting sales up to par, if I could get up to 10 sales, my goal is to try to have between 10 to 20 sales a month. As soon as I start getting 10 to 20 sales a month out of there, I'm gonna start releasing discount codes. Okay, but right now I gotta build it up. You know what I mean? I can't do discounts until I start getting business. I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not balling like that. So I have to be realistic with y'all guys. So I'm gonna go ahead on here. And tag the link. Hold on. Hold on. I don't think it's letting me do it. I think I got the wrong link. Hold on, guys. Lord. All right. That was the Rumble link. Let me give y'all the real link. All right. Now here's the link for the merchandise. So this is the link for the merchandise. Please share with your friends and your buddies that wants free Trump merchandise. I got it. I got plenty of it. I'll probably do some more free Trump too. And everything else. Yeah, blow it up, man. Definitely. Share it with your people. Share it with your friends. Let them know. Yeah, I got hoodies. I got some cool hoodies actually. As well. Listen, y'all. Yeah, share it with your friends. Share it on y'all social media content. Let them know. We got a lot. I got hoodies. I got the termite hoodies saying that the liberals are termites. We have the Clarence Thomas is a national treasure. Pullovers, long t-shirts. We got the Independence Day hoodie. I'm a patriot. I'm about to do some more hoodies very soon. We got the red pill shirts. The Let's Go Brandon shirts. Oh yeah, we definitely got the Let's Go Brandon shirts. A lot of those. And we got the Joe Biden's crisis creator. I'm telling you, we got a lot of merchandise in the store, man. Yeah, we got a lot. All y'all got to do is come through and buy, man. We got a lot of merch. So, yeah, just spread the love. Tell everybody about the store. The more y'all buy, the more we can continue to come up with great ideas. But anyway, y'all, please like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much tonight. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Y'all have really look out for a brother, man, out here. All right. Please like, share, subscribe. I love y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. Y'all know what it is. Taking my black ass off here.